Hello family, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Zui, and if you are watching this for the first time, I'll request you to subscribe. Kindly subscribe. Thank you very much. Now today's work is still on tangency. We are just progressing on well, and we are so much interested in just blending curves. Now this question that we have is, draw the shape figure below showing the centers of the arcs. Now we want to know how we are going to combine curves so that we have the external arcs and the internal arcs, and application of the principle of tangency so that we combine or blend curves. So what we do in this case, we first of all get to draw the semicircles of radius 30 and radius 17 as per the question. Then from there we shall be able to know this, to identify the centers for the arcs that are going to join or to touch the ones that we have drawn both internally and externally by using the principle of addition of radii and subtraction of radii. So let's proceed. So let's have our center line. And this center line, we can establish our center point. Let's say this is my center point. And at that point, we can draw the first semicircle. Before we draw a first semicircle, we can have first of all the vertical center line at that point where we want to put our center for the first semicircle. So let it pass through there. So the first one is there. Next we draw that semicircle whose radius is 30. We get to measure 30. Draw that semicircle, not the semicircle. It can pass through the center line just a little bit. Next, we establish the center point for the second semicircle, and that is at 55 millimeters away from this center. That is on the question. So just measure 55 from here, this center. This is 55, and at that point again we can have our center line. The distance between the two centers is 55, so we can have another one here. Good. Now once we have that, we can draw that semicircle whose radius is 17. And measure 17. And draw it. There we are. The next thing we shall do is to be able to know the arcs that are going to touch these two semicircles, which one is external and which one is internal. Once we know that, we can be able to know how we apply the addition and the subtraction principle. Now let's see. First thing is, let's look. This semicircle, this circle here, it's part of a circle. This one and this one. Let's assume you are completing it so that it's a full circle. And another one here. If we can have another bigger circle here, whose circumference is going to touch the 2. Then it means the 3 circles are going to touch each other externally. So this arc is an external arc. Good. Now let's assume again we draw so that this is a complete circle and this is a complete circle. We have another arc here that has radius 85. So it's a bigger circle of the 2. It's bigger than these 2. So if in case we complete this and we complete this and we have another circle whose radius is big and it's touching the 2 circles in that manner, it means they're all touching internally. And therefore this arc becomes internal arc. Internal arc. So how do we draw it? The 2. So first we can start with the one that's touching externally. For the external, we do add the radii, or we use the principle of addition. So first, we're going to take radius 17 for this smaller one, plus radius 45. Radius 45 plus radius 17. And what answer do we get? We can add so that we get the answer 62. So we take your 62 from your measuring instruments. And once you have your 62, you will come with it at that center. Make an arc up here. We want to determine the center for that particular radius arc. Okay, next we take radius 30 plus radius 45, and this gives me radius 75. That means this 30 plus 45, it gives me 7. So again, we measure 75. Once we have 75, we'll come with it at this radius, at this center, and cut this. And this point of intersection for the 2 gives us the center for one of the centers for the arcs. So we can take now 45, the radius, come with it here at the center, draw an arc that is going to join the 2. This one, so there's some space left. We can still elongate this so that that space is filled. Next, we see how now we can get the other one. For this upper, the lower one, we use the principle of subtraction because they are internal arcs. So now we take R 85 minus R 17, and this one gives me 68. So I again measure 68. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. With 6, 8, we come with it here. Then we make an arc up here. Next is our R85 minus R30, and this gives us 55. So measure 5. And at this center we cross. This gives us the center for the next arc. This arc here is radius 85, so we measure 85. come with it at this point, then draw an arc that's going to touch. Let's measure again. At this point, sorry, it's 8.5. It's 8.5. Come with it at this point and complete by joining the two. So that's how we join the arcs for us to get the desired or required shaped object. Thank you very much. I hope you'll try this so that you get to draw or to blend the curves. Have a nice time. Consider subscribing.